Today we're taking a look at the Phoenix Suns vs Denver Nuggets match, which is happening on Friday, June 11, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The Phoenix Suns have outplayed the Denver Nuggets at both ends of the floor in the series so far. Their margin of victories in both games is evidence of that, so head coach Monty Williams will hope to all but seal the series with another win on Friday. There's reason to expect this offensive output to continue. The Suns have posted an FG% of 59.7% over the past 2 games, and they're shooting a deadly 40.3% from three-point range. They're also dominating on the interior, and Chris Paul looks healthy as he's been carving up the Nuggets from mid-range with great efficiency. The Suns had a top 6 offense in the league during the regular season, so it's not surprising that they're relentlessly attacking this hobbled Denver defense. On the defensive side of the ball, they've adjusted their coverage of Nikola Jokic. The Suns are essentially forcing Jokic to work harder to run the offense. He's run an average of 2.31 miles per game, including 1.28 miles per game on offense. He's being picked up sooner, so it's harder for his teammates to not only get him the ball, but for him to facilitate for his teammates. The Suns are pressing the MVP, and there's only so much one man can do. Defense has been key to the Phoenix Suns' success so far, as Williams' scheme and the team's discipline have prevented the Nuggets from dominating in offense. Their strategy of packing the paint paid rich dividends against the LA Lakers, and it has been a similar story against Nikola Jokic. Chris Paul has been the trump card for the Phoenix Suns in the postseason, as the point guard has averaged 11 points and 9 assists on just 1.3 turnovers per game. Chris Paul has been grabbing the headlines, but Devin Booker has been equally impressive for the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs. Booker has averaged a stellar 27 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists per game, shooting close to 50% from the field and a remarkable 41% from downtown. This series feels like it may be short-lived. The Suns have taken care of good teams all year and were 17-7 during the regular season against teams with top 10-point differentials, and they've continued this dominance throughout the postseason. Booker's ability to take over a game was evident in Game 6 of the Phoenix Suns' Round 1 clash against the LA Lakers. The 24-year-old torched the reigning champions for 47 points. The Denver Nuggets defense has been pedestrian in the first 2 games of this series, so it won't be a surprise if Booker has a big night in Game 3. The Nuggets saw Wharton return during Game 2, but now Michael Porter Jr. has popped onto the injury report due to a tight lower back. He's listed as probable and played through his questionable tag in Game 2, but it's just another injury this depleted Denver team has to deal with. Role players and peripheral options not stepping up has been another concern for the Denver Nuggets head coach Mike Malone. With the exception of Nikola Jokic, no other Nuggets player has scored more than 11 points, which goes to show how much the team is missing Jamal Murray. The Denver Nuggets are dealing with an injury to Jamal Murray, who is arguably their second best player. That, combined with Monty Williams' ability to make game-changing adjustments, if the Nuggets are to stand a chance of pulling one back on Friday, they will need key contributions from the likes of Monty Morris and Michael Porter Jr. The Nuggets are banged up, and although they're in a must-win spot here in Game 3, I'm not entirely sure we can trust them. The Suns have come out and secured 2 strong victories, despite Denver leading for a large portion of Game 1. The Nuggets are struggling after taking care of the Blazers. This team looks spry and able to hold their own with their ragtag group of guards, but this Suns defense is exposing them for what they are, a group that's being held up by the league's MVP without the firepower to advance. While I think there's value on the Suns' money line, I don't exactly want to bet against the MVP to steal a game at home. This Denver defense is not stopping anyone. They did not stop the Blazers, and they certainly have not stopped the Suns. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Phoenix Suns plus 1.5. Chris Paul scored 17 points and had 15 assists with 0 turnovers, and Devin Booker had 18 points and 10 rebounds as Phoenix crushed the Nuggets to take a 2-0 series lead. DeAndre Ayton had 15 points and 10 rebounds, and Michael Bridges added 16 points for the Suns in a well-balanced team effort. The Phoenix Suns are averaging 108.6 points on 47.2% shooting and allowing 98.5 points on 41.9% shooting. Devin Booker is averaging 27.1 points and 5 assists, while DeAndre Ayton is averaging 16.3 points and 10.5 rebounds. Michael Bridges is the third double-digit scorer, and Jay Crowder is grabbing 4.8 rebounds. The Phoenix Suns are shooting 37.8% from beyond the arc and 84.5% from the free throw line. The Phoenix Suns are allowing 31.1% shooting from deep and are grabbing 43.4 rebounds per game. The Suns had a 10-point halftime lead, and Jay Crowder added a pair of three-pointers early in the third to make it 60-43. Phoenix took an 86-67 advantage into the fourth quarter. The Suns led by 31 in the final frame as Paul continued to push the tempo. It was one of our better defensive halves of the year against a good offensive team, Suns coach Monty Williams said to the Associated Press after the game. We were relentless with our effort, our communication, and coverages. Nikola Jokic had 24 points and 13 rebounds for Denver, a day after getting the NBA's Most Valuable Player award, but it was not enough as the Nuggets were run out of the building in the second half against Phoenix. This was an embarrassing performance for myself all the way to the last player, Denver coach Michael Malone said to the AP after the game. We are walking out here with our heads held down, and rightfully so. The road team looked shell-shocked all night as Chris Paul ran a clinic on their defense. The Denver Nuggets are averaging 116 points on 46.2% shooting and allowing 120.3 points on 48.4% shooting. Nikola Jokic is averaging 30.5 points and 10.6 rebounds, while Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 17.4 points and 6.6 rebounds. Aaron Gordon is the third double-digit scorer, and Monty Morris is grabbing 3 rebounds. The Denver Nuggets are shooting 38.8% from beyond the arc and 78.5% from the free throw line. The Denver Nuggets are allowing 41.7% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.1 rebounds per game. Michael Porter started and played 27 minutes, finishing with 11 points and 6 rebounds, but shot just 3 of 13 from the field. Will Barton played for the first time in about 6 weeks, entering the game late in the first quarter. He played 16 minutes and had 10 points and was also called for a technical foul in the third. Both players were listed on the injury report before the game and looked particularly rusty throughout the contest. Nikola Jokic played well, but will need another scorer to lighten the offensive load on the MVP. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Good luck to all of you.